Now let's see. Okay, that should work. $50 okay. So it's about 12 days. There we go. Good morning.
Uh,
Yes, exactly.
There's a lot of that going around, it seems.
I just got over the COVID myself.
I just got off work 4.5 hours ago.
Why aren't you sleeping then? We could have canceled.
No.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, Bramble.
Thank you very much, sir. It was been a rough 2 weeks.
Yeah, having the Rona is not fun
No,
at all.
and it made me, the two other games, it felt like a month between sessions. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't physically do it.
As somebody who tried to run a game while having COVID, yeah, it's probably best you didn't do that.
I couldn't even talk. I didn't have the option.
Yeah, I tried to talk, and I got more than words for it. So, yeah. In my defense, though, I didn't know I had COVID.
You
Oh,
didn't do a test?
Oh, the next day. I didn't feel sick until that day. But when I felt sick, I endured it for about an hour. I was like, you know what? No. And went to the doctor the next day. COVID. Like,
Yep.
fuck.
Doctor will not see us if we're sick. I had to do a home test. New York is a weird state.
Yeah, there's all kinds of weird shit going on in New York. I'm waiting for the kaijus, honestly.
Oh, thankfully I'm not near the ports. I'm landlocked.
ugh. So Bramble.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, how have you been?
It's been good. Everyone's been very happy since I resumed DMing yesterday. Everything went pretty smoothly. I'm quite happy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for asking.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish I had more time. The full-time job does not allow for any time right now. They're not giving me
Yep.
any days off.
That's good and bad.
Yeah. I shall give people another 14 minutes. As long as we have 3, we can run.
I'm back.
Oh, no sweat, sir.
Oh, hey, Bramble. How are you?
Good, how are you, sir?
How's your... Fine. How did you... Are you over COVID?
I hope so. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. Thank you for asking.
What were your symptoms?
Everything. So it went through a checklist, but it was only like a couple at a time. So every time I got over symptoms, I was like, oh, it's finally over. No, it wasn't.
I mean, I myself had I had like a insanely bad throat ache.
Yeah.
For 2 days, and then the rest I had like a very minor temperature.
Yeah, I didn't
But
have a...
I think I think I went pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't have a fever myself, and I was wondering why because I was pretty sweating all the time. Hey, Tony.
Good day.
Did you enjoy yesterday?
I had thoughts of how to murder a fake being,
Oh God.
but yeah, overall, a fun old time.
Helping you.
You know, I'm pretty sure I said flameless source, but you know, it's fine. Oh yeah, I have to use Chrome. Can't use
Yep.
Opera.
I know that Tony's at the Bloodlords one. You're like Taldor character.
I'm not in Blood Doors, am I? Have I been too many campaigns?
No,
Oh no.
Bloodlords is the
Which-
one before that. The Taldor campaign is after that. Right now, they're about to do Crown of the Kobold King.
Mm. I just remember the one. Is it a short where Tony embraces the Taldor?
Yes, he's just
Oh,
like, you're
yeah,
one of the
that-
good ones.
Wait.
Yes.
Playing Spugnor had its effect on me, and it's fine.
The Bard did it yesterday too. She didn't even realize she was doing it. She stopped herself and went like, "Oh God, why did I say that? Taldor is corrupting me."
Taldor is a terrible place. We all need to leave.
It's gonna be so much fun
Take-
when you.
All
Oh, go ahead.
I can think of is the Hotel California thing. Like you can check out at any time.
But how can we?
You'll never leave.
How can we check out?
Hotel Taldor, dude. Get us. That's gonna be a bard song.
It's gonna be great because they haven't even encountered real nobility of the Taldorians yet. It's gonna be a big party at the end of the month. They have no idea what they're in for. Oh my God. Alright, so what happened last time when you were teaching your classes? What lessons did you teach the students?
How to play a fire?
We did our first classes. We started our first steps in the venture of education and taught our very new and old students many skills. In the midst of class, one of our pristine students decided to step away from the classroom with permission, and has not been seen since.
And what is this
Also
student's
wrestle
name?
the sun.
Yeah, I remember the thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. We took on a miniature sun, which isn't a sun, but who knows?
Yeah,
What was
we
what
we
go
bench
ahead.
pressed it. We ate a bit of it. We squeezed it in a bottle.
And now it's yours for the taking.
Didn't we give it to anchor it?
Yeah, we told her not to use it immediately, to just essentially wait till we learn what it can do. And then we find out how to help people with it.
That sounds like practical research that could level you up in your branch.
I cannot wait.
But yes,
What else?
tell me the name of this missing student.
Hold up.
Looking for my notes.
Iboko.
Look,
Iboko or Iboko, I don't know.
That is correct.
Is it
Iboko.
Iboko or Iboko?
It can be
One is
either
in my
you
language, one
want.
is in English.
It's whatever you want, and it's not English. It's common.
It's Magambian.
Yes, Magaambyan, yes.
And I believe we have tasked Ankarut as well as our new feisty student to assist us. Did I have that right?
Yes, yes, you did.
Yeah.
But strangely, they're not talking.
I guess I'll turn to them and ask, "Are you two okay?"
Well, which ones are you talking to?
Let's start with wasn't that a half orc young lady?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Oniji?
Oniji. There
Yes,
you go.
Oniji. Thank you.
We should have just
Yeah.
transferred to the principal.
No, this is a humbling experience, and with teamwork and building of character, will shape her to be the star student that no one expected her to be.
Yeah, and at her was it? And when we were in her shoes, we were already like, fighting lizard people.
Do you even wear
Yeah.
shoes? Is it just the Air Jordans when you found them?
It's the Air Jordans. I wear
They
them.
look so
I'm like,
tattered now.
you guys ever seen like fucking George of the Jungle when he goes to
Yeah.
Africa and they ship him
Yeah.
the Nikes? That's and he like runs around the world. Yeah, that's what he's. Except they're the pump up ones. Also, I think we're gonna retcon us buying some stuff since we had a lot of gold last time, right?
Let me begin things with this then. Please go to the party folder at the very top in
Yes.
red. Click the little document open sheet and find out that you have your own stash, your exploration activities, which you can slot, so we never have to ask which ones you're doing. I can set up all your hero points and distribute them here. And this stash will now be your party stash. We don't have to make a separate character for it.
Mm-hmm. Why is the Raven bigger than Samshu?
Because Samshu's
Samshu's
token
small.
has to be smaller in order for me to do the bullshit with Yu-Gi-Oh! Because the hair, the flare with the hair goes way past the token dimensions, okay? It took a long time to figure it out.
Okay, that's why it looks like he's in a different like universe.
Yes.
Hi, or he's like a fucking 3-inch tall. All right.
There's a lot behind the scenes you don't see, okay?
Sure.
So for the party stash, I guess I'll just drag over our shared loot thing.
Mm-hmm.
Be for party.
Oh my god, McGee is invisible. I can't find him in the party.
That's as it should be. As it should be.
Well, I think that all that I think that Grung would want is just like a potency rune for his armor, 160 gold. I mean, for his tie, I guess.
That's clothing.
Yeah. You guys go to that? Just 160.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Let me make sure I put the striking rune I had on my site on this thing I have here. Oh,
How do I edit stuff out of that?
What do you mean?
I can't change the quantity of the gold.
That's let's see. Can I give you editing permission for that? No, I cannot. It's just a regular thing. Oh god.
I guess we just drag drop.
Can I edit
who
it?
has all that gold? Who has all that gold?
Hang on.
I could drag stuff on and in and out.
I got
but
it.
The gold is like,
I got it. You're owner now. Try it now.
aha. Yup.
There you go. I have to do it as the DM.
There it is.
Cool.
Edited.
You were given like a level 6 thing, like a consumable, if I'm not mistaken, or
You
is
were
that different? I might. Go ahead.
We were given an item as a reward for reward from Magaambya.
Thanks,
Does anyone
Oyamba.
recall the level
8.
level 8 item? Oh boy. I think
Yeah.
I was thinking about that and I forgot because life is fun. Boop, boop.
Disco is the poorest student. Excuse
Yeah,
me, teacher.
I don't. No, I'm also probably the poorest student. I
have
have
to-
4 whole gold pieces.
I have to rebalance these books.
Equipment, there you are. There's the suitcase. I should just search. And then go to levels. And then level 8. Level 8. Armor and equipment. And only up to uncommon, correct?
Yes, you can only get to uncommon, unless you give me a good story reason.
I'll click rare just in case I want to give a fun story reason.
All right, my AC's at 26 for being unarmored.
Yay.
Whoa.
Yep. And that means that there is no armor class penalty for me anymore and a bunch of other stuff.
Uh-oh, he's gonna be
I
so
grow
strong.
stronger.
Mm.
I will
No.
give a random student my chainmail. Here you go. Have this.
Yeah,
What are you gonna
Oh,
grapple
no,
now?
Onichi just takes it and goes like, "Oh, thank you."
No, not you.
Okay.
Someone
Oh.
else. Someone who is stronger.
Oh,
Anchor-
shit.
Anchor puts up her paws and says like, me, and jumps up, and then you just put it on her, and she just collapses to the ground.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Perfect. This will be good weight training. By the time I'm done with you, you'll be like Rock Lee.
Who?
Huh? What?
Oh, you mean the most disrespected character in Naruto? Yeah. The chair of inventions. Oh, to get a wheelchair. Okay.
No.
No?
Yeah, you can get a wheelchair. I'm not saying you can't.
I was like, huh? It says level 8 and it's not rare.
There we go. Oh! Yep, we gotta give you the new token.
Disco version 2.0.
Like, oh,
Oh my God, I want to pop that.
with karate chopping action.
Is that like squishy or is it like a hard orb?
It's glass. It's like a very smooth glass, but it looks like boba from bubble tea.
How many arms do you have now?
Same amount, maybe less, maybe just a little less. I've merged arms to be a bit more dexterous and less.
You utilize
know.
some of the arms to make your mantle.
Exactly. I have a question. What is a spell heart?
Let's take a look.
I see a tag spell heart, and I'm not sure what
They're
it is.
like, aren't they like talismans? But you could use them like once per day or something.
I think those are foolies. Spell hearts are permanent items that work similarly to talismans. Yeah, you affix a spell heart using the affix a spell heart activity, which is otherwise identical to affix a talisman. The limit of one talisman per item remains. An item that can have one spell heart or one talisman, not both. When casting a cantrip from a spell heart, you can use your own spell attack roll or spell DC if it's higher. Crafting a spell heart requires the spell heart can cast. For example, Major 5 Feather Wreath requires Airwalk, Gale Blast, and Wall of Wind. Okay, so it's basically a way to expand your spell casting. But you can't use talismans
Whoa.
at the same time you have the spell heart on.
Got it. I saw something called the Jolt coil. I was like, whoa, that's pretty neat. Again, electricity resistance. It would be cool if I had like a flame resistant thing, but that's fine. Or a wood golem resistant. Ugh. Am I proficient with crossbows? Ooh.
Let's take a look at your sheet. It will say so at the bottom of your skills, I believe.
I see composite short bow, long spear. I do not see crossbows. Oh well.
You should find some
Farewell,
of
spirit
these.
sight.
You should find some of these advanced Konrasu weapons.
I should probably look that up. Advanced Konrasu weapon. The Howl launcher? Excuse me?
A what launcher?
It says TAW.
Tau
A
launcher.
Tau launcher.
And the Buguyengin.
Oh yeah, I have the Booging right now. It's right there. It's right here.
It's a
What
curved
like
blade.
fires?
You know what?
Oh god, it looks like the Wookiee crossbow.
It does. I think I'll take that as my item, even though it's level 0.
Well, remember, you can put runes on it and make it made out of other materials
Ooh.
too, to up the level.
True, true, true. Oh wait, no. Why did I buy wooden tiles? Those aren't for the tile launcher, are they? Oh yes, they are. Never mind. I'm a genius.
Wooden towels are their ammunition, yes.
Yep.
You just take
Okay.
the ammunition from your body.
Oh, that's where my arms went. Got it. Bup. Okay, I guess I'll make the towel launcher or my Buyengi a bit stronger then.
Okay.
And or can I put half and half, like 4 and 4? No, let me not do that. I'll probably just focus on the Buyengi, and I'll do that throughout this game today. Oop, cannot do that. Okay, that does not work that way.
So anyone else buying stuff or?
No need.
No, I think I got everything I needed.
Might buy some health potions.
So what would you like to do about this investigation for the missing student then?
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy 2 moderate healing potions, I think. For 100. I am gonna be tracking.
You have tracked.
Yes.
That's the extent of
Well-
your tracking was realized.
What did we learn from tracking?
That she was not taken in a struggle.
He went willingly.
Is there some building nearby with anybody in it that might have seen something?
Oh, definitely. Some of the students more than likely saw her on her way to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. The students that we were teaching class, or some other students?
Some other students.
All right. Can I go and question them about the person in mind?
Absolutely.
Iboko?
You're a lore speaker. You can do what you want on campus. How are you approaching these students?
Generally serious. I would just approach them very sort of what's the word? Seriously, and just generally explain them that we're searching for a student and have they seen her.
Okay. And a couple of the students in question look over to you, and they seem kind of nervous and whatnot, and they ask, like, which student are you looking for, Professor Victoria? Or lore speaker Victoria?
I'm looking for the student by the name of Iboko. Usually wears glasses.
Well, one of the students...
And I kind of
seems-
describe how she looks.
Yep. And that they all recognize the description you're giving, and one of the students kind of just like melts down in their seat and whatnot, trying to get out of view, and they go like, "Oh, why would you need to find her?"
Because she's missing.
Well, she's not missing. She just left.
Where do you know where she left then?
I'm not allowed to tell. She doesn't want anyone following her.
So you do know.
She said it's no one else's concern.
And do you know why she left?
Her father is in trouble, I think. She said she was going to have to go back home or whatnot. She didn't want anyone else to know.
Well, we can't have students just up and disappearing without notice, so...
But she must have had
Whatever.
a reason for wanting to leave.
Well, she could have said it beforehand. A simple few sentences would have been enough. Now any trouble that she stirred up will be... well, possibly her fault.
Doesn't parents have to do something to pick up their kids? Can't just take them?
I think she received a letter from her home before she left.
Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go and look for OT.
Oh no. Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
these students seem to know more than they're letting on. Perhaps you could, encourage them in some fashion.
Uh, what do what do students usually want for encouragement? Victoria's like wondering.
Homework?
Less homework, maybe. But maybe something positive reinforcement, not negative.
You can try diplomacy in the old-fashioned way.
Yes, the way where the player doesn't know what to do, but character might. Diplomacy. Ooh, I'm not good with diplomacy. Any of you people?
I am kind of trained in it. I think when Victoria says positive reinforcement, not negative, you see Harrow start to say something. His mouth is open, and then he immediately closes it. Oh, positive. All right. Okay. I guess we can give that a shot. Look, what's your name?
Ah,
I book.
Oh, not the students. The student you're talking to. Their name.
his name is Fardrick.
Listen, Fardrick, we're all here for the same thing. We just want to make sure that she's safe and not in any immediate danger. I don't know if you've heard in the last few weeks, there's been some very wild things happening around here. We just want to make sure she's not caught up in anything.
I don't think she's here anymore. I think she went back home.
And where is home exactly?
I think she went to Kyoto. I think.
How is that spelled?
Kiutu.
Do I even know where that is?
Yeah.
Not offhand. It might be a very small village.
Is there like index of students where they like have lived or where they come from that we can like reference somewhere
yes.
on the campus?
Yep. Iboko was from the Spire dorm. She has one of your old rooms.
Will you say I found OT?
Yeah, you could have found OT during this time.
I'll say I'll ask OT. Do you know if parents could just pick up their kids, or do they have to go somewhere for the school to get like a visitor's pass?
Oh no, we don't do any of that here. Students are able to walk on and off campus very freely so long as they have their beads. We would not want to keep people here against their will if they did not wish it.
And then, well, I mean, a student just left, and supposedly their parents picked them up. But what if that parent, Grung's getting suspicion that either the parent shouldn't be here, or doesn't have the kid's best interest in mind.
Yes, you can go to the Spire dorm if you wish and investigate her room. And OT will say to Grung, it's just like, I do not know their family personally, but I know Iboko is a very, very good student. She would not leave unless she had a legitimate reason.
I mean, we don't even know if it's her parent that actually picked her up.
She could have left of her own volition.
Or not.
Perhaps. Do you suspect that she was taken against her will?
Taken or coerced.
I will contact the Sun Tempest mages in the city and see if anyone has seen her leaving. Perhaps
I'll clap on the shoulders and like, okay.
Ah!
And Grung will do what Grung can do.
You just hear breaking glass.
Mazel tov.
Oh, God. But Victoria, you go to the Spire door, and you find her room has been hastily abandoned. It's not even locked. And you find you find a crumpled piece of paper in the corner of one of the corners of the room, and it's a letter from her father, Kolnuku.
What does it say?
Yes, we're going to read the very private letter. He says that their village was attacked, but no one was seriously hurt. And she doesn't need to leave school because they're rebuilding on their own. Judging by the mess of hastily empty drawers, it's obvious that Iboko didn't listen.
Alright. Well, I'll go back with the letter and I'll show it to everybody else. So, I mean, not to everybody else, basically to our small party.
Okay.
Just so. So, what do you guys think we should do? Should we go after her or just write this off as a impulsive decision?
What do we know about Q2? Like, what are their I guess population look like? Do they have lizard folks among the populi, even though it's a smaller town?
Sounds like you might need to do some research.
I think I could do so. I'll do Recall Knowledge Society.
Okay.
I feel like as someone who has well, can it be survival instead? Because I have in my past traveled through the forest, getting people to here and there, and possibly just picked up on small things.
Sure. I'll allow that.
Okay. Blind GM roll.
So, you know that Q2 is a very small village near Terwa Lake, far to the west, near the ruins of Blood Salt.
Okay. And not too much on the population, I assume.
It's a village. So not more than 100 people.
Okay. I think Disco will ponder for a moment and say to you all, if Iboko left on their own accord, even after their parents' message stated not to approach the village, I think it is up to us to essentially check in on a student, right?
Health and wellness check.
Yeah. And the fact that they left in the middle of class and didn't return is harrowing in its own right. But the fact that they left in such a hurry based on a panicking message, and not only was escorted by two sets of other tracks, we should at least go see if their village needs help, and that is a duty of the school, is it not?
Apparently, it's not for the school, but it is for the teachers.
Okay. That's all I need to know. I say we go regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you look around campus, you are not the only ones who have had this idea. As you see many of your own students packed and ready to go on what appears to be. Yep, they're all ready. Oh, Iron, you're echoing.
Oh, sorry.
For fellow students, why are you also getting ready?
And Root has like her laundry bag and everything packed and ready to go. We need to help Iboko!
On a stick.
On a stick, yes. On a stick.
Yeah. Okay. We will first do a head count. And I assume it's like everyone that was in our class earlier. And possibly more?
The entire campus. All of your students.
We can't do all of them, can we? We can't carry everyone.
Excursions are later in the year.
I mean, how heavy are they?
Not Grung.
And Root is very light.
Yes, but we need to make sure you all are also safe. We will take a handful of students.
Grung can carry 17 bulk.
And if we need further assistance, we will send one of our teachers out for more. How does that sound, everyone?
And they just look at you and they go like, no. And a lot of them are saying like, we are leaving with or without your permission.
Oh shit, that's right, they can do that. What kind of school is this?
So, field trip? I like whisper to Tony.
Okay. Yeah. Then, if you are going to leave regardless, we shall leave as a group excursion. I'd rather you all be safe rather than going off on your own. Does that sound fair to everyone?
They look around and they like nod their heads. But who is going to tell High Sun Mage Obiyama?
OT.
What? He just very reluctantly, massages his
Professor
own
OT,
shoulder.
Do you want to go on this trek with us as well?
I have no choice. I must follow the students.
Okay.
I mean, I could go and tell them, and I'll just catch up by running.
Yeah, we can get a head start in case they say no. It's easier. Students, this is a bad lesson, but I've learned this throughout my few months here. Sometimes it is better to ask for forgiveness than permission when you feel like what you're doing is in the right.
I could just leave them a note. Wait, fuck. I can't do that.
I'll take a quill and parchment out. You tell me what you want to write, and I will say it's from you.
we're taking no.
We have
But,
all the
we're-
students. We
Fish.
have all the students.
I want to say that we're demonstrating the strength of thousands by going to check up on a student, and well, we told the students they didn't have to come. They all wanted to anyways, and according to the school's rules, they could leave at any time.
They can, yes.
I just write all that down,
Yep. Yeah.
and
Professor
I-
OT looks increasingly more worried as you write.
I mean, we could always tell them that it's field exercises. It's still educational.
I mean,
Very
let's just
true.
be serious. They're literally the students are just going on their own,
True enough.
and it's their own rules.
I feel like it might paint a better picture if we put it under the guise of we are all going as a group because this is the strength of thousands.
As a campus.
I write that note down.
Okay. This is a
with-
very
with the
long
little-
note.
With the extension that this is what the school promotes, and I and the other students agree wholeheartedly this is the best course of action. And I will you know what? Yeah, I'll hand deliver the note myself.
All right.
And if you all want to stand by at the gate and wait for a signal if he says no, so he can just fucking run, I'll turn to Victoria Heroes and Grung and say, the moment you see an electric arc in the air, run. Just run. Like I will point to like a specific statue or something that I will cast to that,
Oh no.
or just like just something that like you can't miss it.
What statue? Are you doing like the strength of thousand statue? You trying to zap that? Like,
Okay.
Uh,
The big obelisk you all wrote your names on.
well, do you,
maybe that.
isn't there a spell for talking long distances?
There are
I don't have
several of them.
message.
Hold on, maybe one of the students here just know you can just take him like a walkie-talkie.
Does anyone here know the sending or message spell that can assist me in this task?
I do, Ignacy says. I'm good at communicating over long distances.
Good.
Good student. Wait,
What did you?
Wait,
I'm
you're not
more
a-
speaker like you.
you answered when the teacher when he said any
I
student.
said
and
any
you-
students, and you said yes, me. Sorry, Ignacy. As a fellow lore speaker, you will accompany me to talk to High Sun Tempest Mage.
But this is a terrible idea. No one's actually taken the entirety of campus on spring break before. I assume that's what you're doing.
We're doing more than that. We're promoting the strength of thousands. Also, everyone get rations if you haven't done so already. There's time before we go see the the principal at this point.
All right. So, yeah. Do you want him to send the message magically, or do you want him to go with you to the office?
I want him to come with me to the office. So
Okay.
if it is a defiant no,
Yeah.
Ignacy, I will tell them. Okay, Ignacy, you can tell them no, and that would be the signal to just go on ahead.
But if I tell them no, why would you take the students anyway? Are you kidnapping them all?
We're not taking them. They're going on their own
On
volition.
their own volition.
Do they really know what's best for themselves?
Well, did Iboko know what was best for them to go off and rush off in that manner?
I
Well,
don't
it's the
even know why
school's
she
rules.
left.
It's the school's rules.
Maybe we have to revise these rules at a later date. But for now, we will adhere to them as we see fit.
What happened to slowing down?
Who said that? You're crazy.
You did. You said to me several
I ne-
times.
I said slow down in the sense that you are going too fast for yourself. We're going at our sprinting pace as always.
All right, is anyone else going to High Sun Mage Obiyama's office?
I'll go there too.
I'll be
Muscle
with the
intimidation.
students.
Okay.
Take
They're
head
gonna
count
be
and
with
make sure everyone
students.
has underwear and socks
Yep.
and food.
Put you with the students. Put you over there. How about you, Haros? Are you staying with your sister, or are you going to the office?
I think I'm just gonna stay with the students.
Okay, so for Victoria and Haros, you notice that the powder pile is getting inundated far beyond what the little Taskmaster Kobold supplier can handle, because all the students are swamping to get those traveling supplies and those rations.
Alright, I'm going to try to take some command, sort of organize everybody. We're gonna like make a big list and take necessary stuff only, so that there's a bit of order here.
Okay. Haros,
I
what you
think
doing?
Haros would just try to help out the organization effort as best he can. Head counts, that sort of thing.
Well, at this point, even if you line them up and get everyone organized, everyone is just at this point getting like very worked up, not only about spring break, but also about, you know, like getting everything they need, seeing what happened to Iboko. They have a lot of questions. First of all, you get asked by the students, you just like, who attacked, you know, Iboko's family and village?
Does it say in the letter?
It just says that they were attacked. Their village was attacked, but no one was seriously hurt. That's it.
We don't know.
Well,
However,
certainly
we plan to find out.
we certainly need weapons then too to defend ourselves, right?
Do you not have a weapon?
No, we're on campus most of the time. You're the only ones with
Oh, no.
weapons.
This
Oh,
is a
no.
magic school.
Grung is a weapon, though.
Maybe we halt this excursion by a day and have everyone just collect themselves.
What sort of weapon do you think I should use, Lore Master Victoria? One of them asks you.
Well, definitely not poisons. That's such a bad idea to use.
And Victoria just
As
thinks
she
back.
hides multiple poison vials in her bag. Also, isn't this a magic school? Can't they cast spells?
We can, most of our spells have practical uses which help people. That they don't hurt people. Who would
Well-
spend their time learning offensive magic like that?
Well, they can
Well, we're
practically
going-
help the people that got attacked.
Yeah, the village was attacked. It's not longer being attacked, hopefully.
But we
And if it is, we'll take care of it.
what
As
do you
peacefully
mean?
as possible.
What do you mean you'll take care of it?
As peacefully as possible. We'll negotiate with them. As we did with those reptile people.
But they were all killed because there was nothing you could do. I remember reading the newspaper.
Sometimes you can't reason with people.
Sometimes diplomacy fails, and that's okay.
A lot of the students look even more worried now.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna ask, are you sure you wanna come with? Make sure to sleep on it. If yes, we're gonna be leaving tomorrow.
Yes, but we need to go. We need to see if she's okay. Also, spring break. Woo!
Oh shit.
All right, for those of you going to the office.
Hi.
High Sun Mage Obiyama wants to meet with you informally. The best kind of educational meeting for the administration.
Oh boy.
And the first thing he's going to do is he's going to ask, like how you're faring in the first year of your classes.
Well, technically yesterday was the first day.
Yes, it
And
was.
things could be better.
And Obiyama's amusement is playing even behind his mask. Teachers lead their students most of the time, but here at the Magaambya, we believe that teachers must be prepared to go where the students lead them as well. He gestures to the students outside of his office, packed and ready, and continues, if your students are eager to experience the wider world, it's up to you to guide them, not to stop them.
Interesting. So it seems like you know for why we are here then.
Ah, but I cannot allow your students to abandon their studies, no matter how important they feel the task before them is. As I recall, Kyoto is a village of boat makers and fishers on the Terwa River near Terwa Lake. It's also within a day or so of a very important research site that the school has been hoping to investigate for quite some time. This ruined city, Blood Salt, has been mostly reclaimed by the red silt of the lake, but it once held a civilization of poorly understood dragon speakers about which we know very little. With some archaeological work, we could learn much more. This could be a very good opportunity all around for some practical research.
Then with your permission, may we accompany the students with a pit stop after we confirm the village's safety. Along the way, fellow speakers will take it upon themselves to teach the students not only about self-defense, but about the world around them as we travel to the Magaambya.
So long as you promise to uphold the tenets of the Magaambyan, which is number 1 rule, do not kill, and do not flaunt yourselves as mercenaries or vigilantes.
I look towards Grung.
Non-lethal. I was defending myself.
Yes!
Self-defense, Gordon.
I would like to assign you a few semesters of practical research in the ruins of Blood Salt. You'd have to delay your departure a few days so we can outfit you with necessary archaeological supplies and research materials. You'll be expected to keep detailed research notes about Blood Salt, as whatever you write will be the only official record this school has. You could check on your friend while you're in the area. Would this be acceptable?
Everyone else could go on ahead and I could carry all the supplies.
No. You must all go together.
Very well then. But I will request that we have a budget for this trip.
Of
yes,
course.
the students do get a stipend, but I would like. Okay, I didn't have to argue that. Wow.
And he takes out his little thing and he writes you a bank note. Here is 1,000 gold pieces for the caravan, and he hands it to you.
Okay. I look towards Ignacy and Grong. Do you think 1,000 gold would be enough for all the students?
1,000 gold is more than most politicians get in a year.
I didn't know that.
Drung doubts that.
Sorry, you have two people who have not existed within Populi in quite some time. I'm only starting to learn what commerce is because I used to guide people through the Magaambya without much request in return.
You could have been rich.
Maybe I have a stash out there. Who knows?
Do you?
I mean, people definitely try to give me things, so maybe who knows?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I put shiny things away somewhere, but who knows? Maybe
You
it's already
do.
gone. Okay. I thought you would have to put more of a fight up, honestly. I don't know why. Um,
It was too
then
easy.
then shall we? Is there a way to announce to the school that we will be taking a max trip and we will be leaving in 3 days?
Oh yes.
Spring weekend research trip.
Yes, something along those lines.
So the best place to do this is going to be at the cafeteria because that's where the most students are going to be all at once.
Okay. I wish there was we should probably invent a PA system for this place.
Oh, you can do a spell that yells all across the campus. Everyone will hear.
I will look for a magical item that we probably have that casts Bullhorn, and I'll make a mass announcement for everyone to either head to the cafeteria. Would the cafeteria have more room, or would that stage that we usually go to have more room for everyone that is on campus?
Definitely the cafeteria would have more room. There's more seats there. The auditorium
Okay.
and the island are made just for specific ceremonies like the masking and everything.
Got it. So yeah, I think if with your permission, DM, could I just essentially use like a bullhorn sort of magical item
Oh yes.
and
yes.
announce within an hour that all students must be present in the cafeteria for a special announcement from speakers Elysium Disco, Samshu, Ignacy Grung, Victoria, and Heros.
Okay.
And this is in regards to the upcoming trip.
So
All attendance is mandatory.
yeah, and at this point, the students' grim determination transforms into excitement. It's clear none of them expected to venture so far from Nabantu so soon in their academic careers, and they share eager whispers already making plans.
Okay. I would actually make the PA system to any available teachers as well who would like to travel. Not to give you more characters to juggle Bramble, but just maybe there's NPCs that keep head count for the students. That's rough.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Whatever you need. And as you make this announcement, two unexpected people who aren't students also show up to the cafeteria.
Oh no.
Yeah, as you see Mr. and Mrs. Raylight. They're also there at the cafeteria waiting for whatever this announcement is that Victoria and Heros are going to participate in.
I think before the hour, we all meet up with the fellow speakers and explain what went down to you. So yeah, how we have to $1,000 budget.
How long is this going to then take? Lengthwise? Time-wise?
Do you mean within the days we leave for the village? Or
The days we leave, the days we will be traveling, the days we will be staying.
Ignacy says that we agreed to several semesters of research.
Damn.
Semesters.
Semesters.
That's like
semesters.
Huh.
That is quite a long time.
It is, but with 1,000 gold budget, and can I do like a survival check to determine how long would it take to get from the village to
Absolutely.
Magaambya?
You don't need any survival. You've been told all this information. Let's go to the map.
It's a map.
It is.
It's a black map.
It's a black. Why? Why?
Probably because there's
I
no
don't
token.
own any tokens. You have to turn off token vision, I think, if it's just a...
Yeah.
Ah,
There we are.
So as
New
best,
text?
Yeah.
Wow, only 30 feet.
Only 30 feet. Yes.
300
So-
miles, eh?
Kyoto is about right here, next to the ruins of Blood Salt.
Yeah.
So about 300 miles or 12 days of travel, according to your overland information, because the party says that they can travel at a speed of 25 feet and do one exploration activity per day.
Interesting.
And that's a lot of people with you.
Yeah. With my survival skill, can I determine Kyoto?
Fantasy 1, what?
There's a real Kyoto as well in Japan.
We're going to Japan for spring break.
With my survival knowledge, can I determine what would be the best way to travel with all these people?
Of course.
Maybe like a big caravan.
Yeah. So give me that
Maybe that would
survival
save
roll.
some time.
Yep. Give me a blind
Ooh,
survival.
okay.
I would like to assist him.
Okay.
Ooh, yes, go.
Yeah.
It's DC 20 assist.
Yep.
Plus 11, so... Damn.
Oh,
It's okay. It's
by
okay.
one.
can
As
still
long as
do
it's not failure.
Actually, now that you've done this, Professor OT, hang on, is going to use this. Give you a quick lesson.
Oh my goodness, he's still teaching us cool things.
Yeah. So now you succeed.
Cool. All right, so I add a +1 that bonus,
Mhm.
and this is a blind GM roll.
Blind GM roll. Because I'm
All right,
about
gang.
to give you a lot
Yeah.
of information.
And then OT could give you a quick lesson, too.
All right. So, yeah. As you search your memory banks, you begin to see this vision of why blood salt is poorly understood. As you see this dragon dying and petrifying, and all these people being turned into zombies and everything. And there you are at the helm of this extravagant spaceship, blasting this village with lasers and laughing maniacally at seeing all these dense, odorless volcanic gases that just pop up from the ground with all their toxic vapors.
So I know this is I mean, above game. I know this is a possible field check, but
Yes.
how crazy would it be to ask my father if we can use one of Conrad's technology to travel with the stick?
Maybe. So this gas is known as dead man's breath, and might
Ooh.
possibly be the reason why blood salt was abandoned a few generations ago.
Gotcha. This place is stinky, gang.
But
Okay.
But
Mhm.
there are silver charms that you can get that tarnish in the presence of deadly gases. So instead of using, like canaries and stuff in little cages, you can get little silver charms that will tarnish and let you know if there's deadly gases nearby.
Okay, we can put that into the budget to get like at least 1 or 2 per student.
Yep. And Zokon is going to assemble the necessary supplies along with donkeys to pull laden wagons. and he's going to provide you with an exceptionally detailed inventory list, and he's happy to add any additional gear that you purchase.
Bless their heart.
So you get all that for free, and then you can buy what you need.
Okay.
If anyone else wants to find something else about Kyoto or Blood Salt, it's going to be a DC 22 Nature Society or relevant lore.
Society.
Okay, Society.
Hidden?
Nope. The DC was announced, DC 22.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Victoria, you start to think back about what you've read in the archives, and you believe that these dragon speakers once communed with a cloud dragon that was the guardian of Blood Salt in the ancient days, relating all the way back to the bird people when they inhabited this area. Similar to dragon disciples.
All right.
Can I do a society, see if I know anything, even though...
Sure. A DC 22. It's announced, so you're good. Alright, so I could give you all the details. From what you know, there are no known enemies to Kyoto. It is supposedly a small fishing village, as you heard from Aisun Mage Obiyama. Tarawa Lake, however, is exceptionally known for being a bleeding lake. And this is a very odd phenomenon, with the people who used to live there succumb to the ruins being consumed by this really weird red algae. And supposedly, from the stories, from what you understand, it transformed them into zombies.
So don't drink the tap water.
Boil it first. But you can confirm everything Victoria has said about the Cloud Dragon, as well as this vision that Disco had.
Cool. Also, is this the first map that Paizo released that has north, west, east, and south in the right, like, actually pointed up?
Yes, except for the Dwarven maps, which they're intentionally wrong on. Because north is always east on Dwarven maps for some reason.
Who knows? Bramble, when you mentioned all the laser beams from the ship,
Yes.
it reminded me of a music video that I put in the Pathfinder memes.
Oh no. Let me take a look. Oh god. Oh god. Oh. But yeah. Let's you've got a few days before all the students are ready to head out. What else do you need with the budget you've been given?
Okay. We were just a recap. We were given the basic stuff like food and
Yep.
and anything along lines for basic travel. I think I'm still gonna follow up with my father figure and ask if there's a way to procure some Conrossi like technology to aid us in our travel, maybe to even to travel multiple students faster.
He says that the vehicle is there. You have to decipher the prophecy, and you will find it along with your missing memory cores.
God damn it. That's my quest. That's my stat. Okay. Where can I read this prophecy? I think you've said it to me actually prior.
It's in journals. It should be. Let's see.
Let's see.
Generated. Oh, I didn't mark it as. Here you go. Now you can observer it.
Thank you. Upon the day the winds show their true power, a confession shall usher forth an era of sorrow and the end of history. When the moment comes that waters bleed, a vicious act shall cause an age of bliss and rise of faith. Within hearth and home, a fortunate meeting shall mark a time of prosperity. When the skies is colored brightly at night, the drunken fight shall mark the passage of the red star. Okay. I have 3 days to decipher this.
No, you have several semesters.
Oh man, I wanted to get a spaceship now. No.
No.
Oh well. Okay. Besides that, then, is there anything immediate that we can use of our technology to
The donkeys
aid
and the
us?
wagons.
Got it. All right. I will wrap up this scroll of prophecy, thank them, and then ask before I go, what do memory cores even look like?
He just like points to your crystal.
Oh no.
It's a PlayStation 2 memory card.
Oh god.
Oh, that's what these slots are for. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says, "Put your controller down on the ground. I shall move it
Oh.
with my mind."
Oh, Psycho Mantis, no! Freaked me out as a kid, though, by the way. That was ridiculous. Alright, so I guess that was just more general information than getting resources. Do we look for, I guess, the silver trinkets
Oh yeah, you're
and
giving
see how
those.
much those cost?
No,
Oh, we're
you're
giving them.
those.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're giving those.
Okay, so we're good on ration. We're good on. Are we? We weren't giving methods of defense for the students, correct?
They're asking like if they should pick up weapons and stuff, and what you're expecting of them while they're on the road. Are you going to defend them, or are they going to defend themselves? What's going to happen? Because they've never left campus or civilization like this before, but they're very excited.
Okay, I think we do not do the equivalent of giving a child a sword, but we do teach them proper, I guess, methods of defending oneself, even with weapons.
Is there
or
any
magic.
Is there any students that look like they're warriors? Like, can Grung spot any that look like they
yeah.
have battle experience?
Yeah, you spot one in particular who's been constantly asking people to challenge her.
Oh yeah,
Not her.
Not her.
What?
Okay.
But she's made for this.
Yeah, she's coming with us though.
Yeah, but we need everyone's coming with us. What do you mean?
Everyone is coming.
She won't defend the weak ones. That's what she's been saying.
Well, this is why we train her on this.
All right. Well,
I think we definitely teach her how to use weapons if she hasn't learned already, and the proper way to defend people.
She knows the twisting tree style.
Is she a monk?
She is
Is she a
monk.
Conraso?
She's not a Conraso.
Maybe.
Maybe it's
Oh.
like Samus, where she was raised by trees and stuff, and she can like polymorph into a ball and do bombs.
Why is she
and
so
stuff.
mean to me then? I don't understand.
Because you haven't given her any missile upgrades.
Oh, I see. Here's the Varia suit.
Yes.
Those Grung's chainmail. Besides her, besides our good Oniji friend,
Mm-hmm.
are there any other maybe Sun Tempest mages that would be more proficient in physical altercation if necessary?
Essie.
Essie, we love messy Essie.
Alright, so let's get... Essie will need to be upgraded.
And I guess who else do you all consider gang?
You fought with a couple of them before.
Ignacy, but Ignacy knows what we're doing.
Ignacy has no fucking idea what you're doing. You just took the entire campus for several semesters to go across to play Good Shepherd to one student halfway across the Magaambyan jungle.
Okay, we'll bring. I guess we bring Ignacy up to speed, just to be like, hey, this is what we're doing.
All right, who attacked the village?
Oh, sorry, repeat that.
Who attacked the village? There's a lot
We are
of
going to
details
find that out shortly.
Shouldn't we find that out now?
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 days.
But if we take the
Do you want to do that research for us, Ignacy?
I
While
could.
we get other.
Yes. I would very much like to guarantee the safety of our students.
As a fellow peer and speaker, I would greatly appreciate your assistance in finding out who attacked the village of Kyoto and what is the best approach.
I don't even know why they were attacked. I mean, did they take anything? It says no one was hurt, but did they take something?
Sounds like researcher's job to figure that out.
What if I find out it was someone like the Aspasius Corporation or some slavers or something?
Then we would do what we do.
Well, Grung will revert back to what he knows best.
Ignacy just waits to hear what that is.
Oh.
Punch things.
Well, if you're going to be getting into a fight, bring friends, and then decide to get aggressive enough quickly enough.
That is not how you represent the school. We as lore masters are tasked to uphold the tenets of the Magaambya.
Yes. So if there are slavers there, and they're now gone, Magaambya is a much better place. You would agree, right? Or would you rather them be there?
I don't even know if it was slavers. For all we know, How Jin could be out there stirring up trouble looking for artifacts, claiming that she's preserving things.
She's halfway preserved herself. But that's what research is for.
I will have the research completed in 3 days when we leave.
A research project with a deadline?
Yeah, all research projects have deadlines. He just stares awkwardly at you all. Is that it?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think so. I mean, life is simple, right?
All right, and then he sits back down in the cafeteria. We've been waiting a long time with all the students here. Are we going to make an announcement?
Okay, yeah. Uh, with everyone here, I assume I was waiting for stragglers and whatnot. Um, this is a very momentous time for us here at the Magaambya. We, as an entire campus, will be taking a extended excursion to the west of Nambantu. There are two things. One, Lake Tarawa, or Tarawa Lake, where our former student, for now, Iboko, resides. As many of you may have heard through the countless whispers in the hall, her village was attacked. And thanks to Speaker Ignacy, we will find out shortly who assaulted their village and how bad the damage is.
It's a lot of pressure to put on me for an assignment you gave me 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, but we have faith in you because you're Ignacy.
Oh.
And a
And if you
Lord
need help-
Speaker.
And if you need help, this is why we are the Strength of Thousands. Many students can assist with the research as you see fit, Lord Speaker. Is that incorrect?
He just grumbles as he starts getting like all his talismans and stuff in order.
Thank you. And we as a collective campus will be checking on Kyoto to ensure that, one, the village is secure, and two, Iboko is fine. I know many people here have studied alongside Iboko, and I feel like this is a very prominent display of the Strength of Thousands. So thank you for your dedication to this. The second thing that is out to the west is a specific place. It is the ruins of Blood Salt. Here we will be also visiting after we make sure the village is secure. We will be taking extended, essentially extended school sessions there.
How
One,
long? Victoria's mother interjects.
I will direct you to our bright and esteemed God, why can I not remember his name even though I talked to him so many? I just hate him, that's why. I really just don't like the guy, and I think that's what's causing me to exclude him from my mind. Tony, really? We're gonna type in son. Why is he under antagonist? I'm kidding. I will direct you to our current headmaster for the details on how long we will be out there. But I believe it'll be a few semesters, maybe one or two.
Semesters? You intend to take my daughter and my adopted son out there for months at a time while you play spring break?
Well, this will not be just a spring break. This will be an excursion for us to grow.
Research.
You do admit it.
And for
You
us to
admit it.
research.
It's spring break. This is all some sort of half-baked plan to get the students out and party.
No, there's no budget for party, unless you like to fund that and make sure that the students have some extracurricular to enjoy while we are out there and ensuring the safety of the village as well as research. As you know,
I would be willing to give anything to ensure the safety of my daughter, and she immediately writes a check. Here's 1,000 gold pieces to ensure my Victoria comes back alive.
and just like that, that's how you get money. We will
That's a
ensure that this. We will ensure this
make a
as well as
politician.
we will ensure that this and the grant that was given to us to ensure that we have what we need for this travel will be
Why did you
used
ask me for
accordingly.
money if you already had money?
Well, as I said, we did not have budget for extracurricular. We only had budget for what was needed.
If
And
I
because of
find
your
out
generous,
1 copper is spent on anything to party, you will rule the day.
no, this is the point. Did you not? Did you not understand what I was saying to you?
I have a very small attention span when I'm angry.
I see that. So we will use your money for the necessary items that are needed for the trip, and then the school's donated money for things to keep our students at a very practical and calm status. Does that sound fair to you?
I want to guarantee that no one is going to die.
This is gonna be very educational.
Would you like to join us on the? No, I can't do
Yes,
that to
I
Victoria.
would!
And
And she immediately grabs Lucian and goes up with the rest of you. I will ensure
I look
personally
towards-
that this is successful.
I look towards Victoria and Heroes, and even though I have no mouth, I say, "I'm sorry."
Heros is just glaring daggers at you, Disco. Just
Yeah, I'm sorry.
This is
Victoria,
now.
like not managing to find any words, just being quiet.
Welcome, children. You are all
Who?
considered employees of the Rainlight
No, you're not.
Distribution Limited Corporation.
No, you're not. This is not how this works, Madam Raylight.
Consider
We are
this
students.
an internship.
I rather not. This is not. You know what? You could take back your funding. You can stay here.
No. I'm
You
here
could
now.
definitely stay here. Interesting. All right, before we get off topic fully, students, this will be a very long trip. So we need to know who is willing to learn self-defense, because outside the Magaambya and outside of Nambantu, the world is not as precarious and safe as it likes to be.
Grung's class is going to be a lot bigger.
We will be leaving within 3 days. So please make arrangements as you see fit. Food and other items that are needed for this trip will be provided thanks to the school.
Mosquito nets.
The full 9 yards. But we will need your utmost patience and cooperation for this trip. This is a big excursion that we have never done before, and as new lore speakers, we ask for your assistance in this venture as well. We would like to know who is specialized in what, and how we can make this trip as efficient, safe, and enjoyable for each member. Is that clear?
You hear like like all the whispering with students and whatnot, and you see the rain scribes, like get up all together as a group, and they promise to ensure the success and survival of the caravan.
Excellent. Many of the lore speakers who have some free time will dedicate this time as well, not only to adding equipment as they see fit with the budget given to us, but as teaching you students on various methods and techniques that can assist us in this trip. Basic first aid, for one. I can be teaching that. Lore Speaker Grung will be teaching self-defense, and I believe this is a course that is well recommended to take on, as we do not know what challenges we will be facing.
I've had to self-defend against things a lot.
Lore Speaker Victoria can also provide a lesson on crafting, as supplies may be. I can't say that. We are not guaranteed tomorrow's supplies.
And Don't go eating any random plants in the jungle. Make sure to check with some of us first.
Lord Speaker Heroes will be more than happy to provide you lessons on understanding magical artifacts, as we will be essentially on the lookout while we're at the ruins of Blood Salt.
At this point, Hao Jin's head pokes up and goes, "Did someone say artifacts?"
Sorry, you speak common?
Oh, ni hao.
No, you don't, fucker.
Since this is a magical excursion, I will use some of the resources I have from the Ruby Monks to help preserve Blood Salt. Yes, that's it, preserve. And then Hao Jin gets out her checkbook.
Oh god, we're getting 5,000 gold. No,
And
it's
she
gonna be like 1 gold.
and she gives you 1,000 Tianza gold, equivalent to
Whoa.
Magaambya gold, and says, like, "I'm happy to be part of this business venture with you for the artifacts."
It's not a business. We are a school. I don't understand where this
School
business
is a
proposition comes from.
business.
Yeah, I guess so. Sorry. So I think we'll conclude it with this. As I said, we'll be leaving in 3 days.
Ignacy just looks at you and gets like, "What are you doing? You're putting so much pressure on us. This is a lot of money."
Is it?
It's
I never done
3,000
commerce
gold
before.
pieces!
I've never
seen
done
this
commerce
much-
before.
Oh,
But you know what, Ignacy? I will help you with the research on who's attacking, if you would help me with the research in commerce on how we can provide the best way to use this money. Does that sound like a fair trade? I will actively take on the research of who attacked the village if Ignacy and one of our other lore speakers do the commerce thing.
Grung's good with money.
Crush his hand if he takes any more than he should.
Grung could tell how much money is just by weight.
Oh my god, that's actually pretty crazy. I can't approximate. There's less coal here.
I make this into silver, or like into gold fist and crushes it.
yeah, he just takes like a
no.
gold coin. It's just like 10 silver. He just like crushes the gold coin in 10
Oh my
silver.
god, it's like Popeye. Just...
Oh. I could upcast my currency. And before Grung is just like really good at math.
You're good at math, you just can't read, which could be valid. Once again, students, thank you for one, showing such interest in your friend, and two, assisting us with this upcoming trip.
And Anchor will be the liaison between the teachers and the students.
Oh, she begins hyperventilating. Ah!
You actually killed her. You killed her. Desiree will assist.
Cesare just gets up from sleeping and goes like, "What?"
Yep, there he is. As a notice, we will be meeting in this cafeteria every day at 2 in the afternoon, just to give you updates on where we are at and how you are also doing. And feel free to visit any of our lower speakers, including Professor OT, if you have any questions. With that, I'll conclude this meeting. Students, staff, sponsors, and I say with like a disgusted tone.
You have 3 sponsors.
Thank you for your time. And this is to the strength of 1,000.
Yeah, they all give thunderous applause and goes like, yeah, and one of them takes off their shirt. Yeah, spring break!
Hey, no, it's not spring break. Put your shirt on.
That's my student.
I cast Divine Lance, and I realized I don't have it.
No, it's Spirit Lance now. It hurts everybody.
Yeah. No, I just don't have it at all. So I I do the gesture. I'm like, oh yeah, I can't do that anymore.
Your firmware updated while you were sleeping.
Exactly. You are all dismissed, unless you are doing lunch here as well. And so enjoy the meal. Lore speakers, can we gather within our office?
Ignacy, it's just like following you on your heels to the Heron archives.
Yep. We will meet in the archives, everyone.
Okay.
What did you do? You promised Haujin artifacts. We don't even know if there are artifacts out there. What does she do when she doesn't get artifacts? We're going to be in her vault. She's going to put us in the vault.
Do you think Haljin is that evil?
I think Haujin is that practical. I don't think there's good and evil anymore.
Fair enough. I can handle Haljin.
I think druids can wear metal now.
That's pretty cool. That means I can get rid of this leather armor. Oh god. But I'll handle Haljin and any communication with that.
What about the ray lights? How could you involve them?
Well, I didn't involve them. They involved themselves.
That's what they're known for.
I look towards the Raylite siblings. Is there anything we should be aware of while your parents are traveling with us?
What?
Should we be distracting them from certain things?
No, it's a research project, right? Like what?
Should we have them involved in the research that is not very critical? That way they don't find a way to take advantage of it.
I mean, it's fine as long as the research can't be copyrighted or stolen or exploited or any of the above.
Yeah, because it's going to be a school research thing. They can't do much to like claim it's theirs.
Here's the thing: we say we'll leave in 3 days, we'll actually leave in 4 days. No, that's not a smart idea at all.
What are you going to do when we have to do the practical research? How are we going to keep these many students, focused, away from the college?
First, we'll take a head count of how many students there are and how they're separated within each branch. After that, we would find an appropriate lore speaker or even a teacher who has a bit more time on their hands and is more than willing to assist us. I feel like this is a venture that this shouldn't be put into question, that people would need help. And with the budget of 3,000 gold, we could probably have a few hired help.
I can't believe you got much money.
I can't believe it either. If the world works like this, why are we even learning? I could go out and ask for money more often.
Well, it's for the school, so they often like to do it because they feel they want to influence the future. It's like the old hunters teaching the young hunters all their tricks.
Sounds good.
It doesn't come free if you are older, but the younger ones get it for free.
Maybe that's what I do in my future instead. Commerce. And education.
Are you Abadar? No. Space Bank.
Space Bank. Also, I would think I will share my prophecy with everyone. and I take out this written scroll, or even just, you know what, for flavor, I will say it's written on the same type of rainbow bark I have on my exoskeleton, and I will share this with everyone, and you'll find that within the journals.
My ring will read it out loud.
No, don't read it out loud.
Oh my god.
I'll read it to you. Just don't read it with your ring.
Yeah.
I checked the door for the Raylights, who obviously have the air at the door, like Jesse and James from Pokemon.
Yeah, they're not at the door. But on the back
Thank
of
goodness.
Haros's neck fur is this like little bug with a light bulb for a thorax and whatever that's transmitting.
Oh, look at that! You have a mosquito. Just- no, I can't just hit it like that. But yeah, I will share the prophecy with you all, and this is something to look out for, because this might make things a bit easier for us in the future. I apologize if I feel like I've been stepping over a lot of toes in the past 2 hours of this event. But I feel like it is important that we do look out for our own.
Alright, I'll bite. What is this prophecy about?
It's supposed to lead me to some Konrasu technology.
You're doing this for a personal venture?
It's not a personal venture, because I feel like this technology will benefit the school.
And we're after a missing
I-
student.
This was never my first intent in the first place. My primary goal was Evoco.
Well, when we find out why the village was attacked in the first place, more of this will make sense.
I'll get started on that research immediately. I'll check out surrounding villages and warring factions if not necessary. If I can have someone who is more skilled in the way society works assist me with that, I'd be also grateful. But that is more than fine if you are all busy. What will you all be doing for preparation, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm gonna be using all my survival knowledge and looking at like powder pile stuff and like ensuring that whoever's like getting each student's gonna have like a kit, and in that kit it's gonna basically have everything, like essentially like a bedroll, a mosquito net, like a personal tent, extra blankets, water purifying
tarps.
stuff, you know.
Yeah,
Every student's gonna have a healing potion of like the lesser kind, you know, because they'll children, you know, everything that we could do for them in situations. It's all gonna be like neatly wrapped, and on the stuff that's like emergency use, like it's gonna be sealed to where if they open it, like we'll know it's opened, you know. And we're gonna be checking it every day, so making sure that no one just, you know, is using it. Canteens, water, you know, we're gonna carry extra water. Everyone's gonna have rations, but we're gonna tell them they're not gonna use the rations unless we direct it, because we're gonna be hunting for food or bringing food with us, and they'll eat that. So Grung's doing that.
Okay.
And he's ensuring everyone that's helping is doing it quickly, because they're scared of him and he doesn't know why. He's just really excited. He likes going out in the woods.
Octavia will just be studying up on the general, like, wildlife and plants, general stuff, sort of in the nature, because a bunch of kids, like, they're just gonna go running around like headless chickens. That's what she thinks, and she needs to make sure that all of them come out alive afterwards.
And make sure they don't eat poison ivy.
Yeah. And possibly held like supplementary lessons.
Oh yes, you
But
will
like
you will be expected to teach.
yeah, but also like before. And I'm gonna like make a little test with pictures of what's fine to eat, what's not. So that's what Victoria's gonna do. So did I say Octavia? Octavia's my other character in my other campaign.
That's
I
okay.
meant Victoria.
I kind of figured. So, sounds good. It sounds like 3 of you know what they're doing. What about Haros? This is
I
a
think
lot of
Haros
responsibility.
It is. Haros would probably, since everybody else seems to be taking care of like the more immediate things, he would start thinking about the research at the ruins and gathering stuff for that. He'd probably look into getting some like writing materials and stuff like that, since what we write down is going to be the only copy of these things, and he specifically wants to do that to keep it out of the hands of certain people who might decide it's proprietary,
Like your parents?
like my parents.
Yeah, it's a good thing that you remembered that very, very important fact. Magaambya has no information on blood salt. Haros is right. These will be the only copies of the research. And you have 3 interested parties in what it is. Very odd coincidence when a student goes missing, isn't it?
How convenient.
Yes.
Wait, who told us that Iboku was missing? Wasn't it Anchorroot? Is she in
Yes.
on this?
I don't know. You can ask her. It will take an intimidation check of DC 25 or a DC 25 diplomacy check.
I mean,
We don't want to go
Haros will ask.
suspecting.
Diplomacy or intimidation now.
Remember, it's Enkaru.
Shouldn't it be like intimidation 15 or something?
Maybe
No,
just 2.
It has to be 25 because this is very, very important.
She's gained a backbone, so we can't give her that much like discredit. To be fair,
Maybe
She's
Yeah, we'll do diplomacy.
Okay.
Harris is trying to be behaved. Did you want that blind or
Nope, it's public because I announced the DC.
get it?
It's 25 whether you choose intimidation or diplomacy. So how are you approaching Ancharut with this?
I think well, first of all, I'm a hero point that, but I think he would just kind of approach her casually, like, "Hey, so we heard, when we found out that the Booker was missing, that was from you. You didn't have anything to do with it. I mean,
Okay, so that's a success, and she just looks at you, and her ears go down, and she sweats, and she says, like, I all I did was I repeated the thing that you said in the lesson. I repeated it to her, and then she left. I just wanted to show I was learning. She listened, and then she just left.
Just up and left. Trying to remember what I said.
In whose lesson was that?
And then she looks at you with new resolve and says, I don't know.
Ancherut. I thought you were friends.
We are friends. I am best student.
And you're not telling us things? You're hiding things?
No, you told me the things, and then I told her the things, and then she went to do the things because she didn't tell people.
Oh God! Is it from when we took on the fire and told her don't tell anybody about it?
Yes, there you go.
Andrew, and I shake her like, you gotta tell us.
No, it's
Tell
I
us.
learned from you. I learned.
Yes, but that's for like things for us.
Yes.
No, I can't even say like that. Andrew, this is very important information that we do need to
Which
ensure
is
her
why
safety.
I can't tell you.
And if she's hurt because you're withholding information, how will you feel?
She can't get hurt because I don't know.
We're bad teachers. Andrew,
She can only do what you tell her.
Andrew,
Yes.
what will it take for you us to tell me what you know?
Spring break.
And I look around and say, Heroes, can you take like a 5-foot, maybe 20-foot walk? As I look toward your blinking bug on your neck.
I can say, Ankaru, you're gonna be in charge of the students, but if you tell us you won't, you don't have to be.
Oh. She said necromancers.
Necro dancers?
Necromancers.
Oh.
I love that song too. Necromancer dancing.
The Crypt of the Necro Dancers?
Hell yeah, dude.
They just started dancing in the village one day and everyone was gone.
Dancing, everyone's dancing. All right. So she said necromancers were attacking the village?
Necromancers, yes.
I'll add that to my research. Andrew, what you told me is very important, and I appreciate that you did tell us.
Remember, Iker, it's all about your judgment if telling something will hurt someone or not telling someone could hurt someone. It's all unique situations.
We
But
are
every
dynamic
time you
creatures,
tell
Andrew.
someone something, they get hurt.
And that is something we are still working on. And we apologize if it seems like that is all we do.
Grung's lived in a world of death. He's trying to change that.
Did she say anything else?
She mentioned Cloud Dragon and Evil Tree.
An evil. Oh.
But there's no more good or evil anymore.
They're gone.
So a tree of bad intent.
A shitty tree.
A shitty tree.
So my headset kind of like fizzled because I was walking around my house grabbing something when you said cloud dragon, and I heard clown dragon, and all I could think of is like Krusty the Clown from like from
Oh,
Simpsons, but in a
God.
dragon form.
Hey,
And it was
kids!
horrifying. It was horrifying.
New Pathfinder Dragon just dropped, boys.
Yeah, clown
Oh, no.
dragons. Everyone run.
Fear
Now there needs to be a Bramble. If you ever do the circus campaign, a campaign circus needs to be run by a clown dragon.
Oh, God. Yeah, we still have to pick that up at some point. The tough part is getting Crow back, because I think he's on TDY again.
Oh, beans.
Always.
Out of character, can I make a huge suggestion?
Yes.
Can we ensure that at least one of 3 students knows the cozy cabin spell?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Whatever things that you recommend for them that they take, they will learn that ritual.
I believe that will help us at least with like
Oh my god.
housing.
And they all know healing spell. Well, some of them do, right?
The rain scribes do.
Some of them do. Because I was looking at conjuration spells that would possibly help us, and I'll add that as a research thing that I'll look into as opposed to me like metagaming. But I realize now that's probably. Let me actually close out this conjuration tab.
Ancient Root will learn the cozy doghouse spell.
Oh no, she could have 2 other dogs with her.
What that dog doing?
Sleeping apparently. Yeah. I'll do that research after I do the research of who's attacking the village. Unless that is the long and short of it, necromancers that are nearby.
Ooh, I just thought of something. Do
Mhm.
we know what languages we might encounter at the village?
Oh,
Well, you know there's undead and that there's dragons, so draconic and necro.
And I don't know either of those 2 languages, but
Perfect.
I know how to find out. Would it be possible to buy? Let's see. Yep, here it is. Book of Translation.
Yes, you could get a book of translation if it's in the compendium.
I might need 2, one for Draconic and one for Necro.
There's also scrolls and potions of comprehend languages.
Ooh,
Wand. Get a wand of comprehend language.
that might actually work out better, you're right.
how long does comprehend language last for?
I think like 10 minutes. Let's see.
Okay. I know Not Solo probably knows the language of the dead as well, so they might be a very valuable asset to have alongside.
I'm gonna also. I've just remembered. I'm gonna ensure everyone
Tongues.
has explorer's clothing.
Tongues is also another spell.
You'll understand excuse me, I'm so sorry. Still getting over COVID.
You're good.
Understand all languages for 4 hours after you drink it. This does not allow you to read these languages in their written form.
We can leave the reading for the students, and then the spoken tongue. I think like tongues is actually a really good spell, unless anyone has any other.
But remember, we have to write all this down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we leave the writing to the students. I assume we'll give them like some research packs as well for this upcoming adventure. The same way Grung is doing like the safety pouch, like the Magaambya meta pack has everything. Yeah, but like a research pack would be pretty helpful. That way they can scribe down what they learn along the road.
Oh, absolutely. As long as you tell Zakonin that what's in the pack, he'll have it available for each student.
Okay. What are we thinking? Like four notebooks worth? Enough ink for that many scrolls. Yeah. So 4 scrolls, enough ink for that. About I assume we'll keep a bulk of quills if necessary. Charcoal.
Maybe wands of create food and water.
Ooh, that could be smart. Yeah.
That's
Some
more
charcoal
for me.
for charcoal etching. What else? Maybe some instruments, like for the archaeological dig that will be taking place on later on in the blood. So yeah, is there a kit that would have like a discovery kit for like brushes and instruments of finer detail?
I believe so, yes.
I could just look it up instead of.
But Ignacy's going to ask you, who's the archaeologist in this group?
Do we really leave that up to? And I Jin.
I don't know.
Her ruby monks are notorious in archaeology as they are in theft. At least that's what I hear from the rumors.
I would really love if Samshu was in charge of the archaeological aspects.
Samshu. There you go.
Okay.
I think so.
Samshu will say okay, and then she'll look at her feats and everything, going like, I understand the languages of ancient cultures. I don't know how to excavate them, but I can learn.
If it becomes a bit much, please let us know, because I don't want to just force this upon you. I feel like with your knowledge and expertise, it may come easy, but also I may be 100% wrong. So yeah, I guess we leave Samshu with that. I feel like that's a high intelligence based type of thing that could come in handy.
As she still has hypercognition.
Ooh. But outside of that, can we see if any other teach? Well, yeah, I said there'll just be bodies to keep an eye on the students.
Yep.
I don't want to just put that on. Like, yeah, we have other teachers at high expertise.
That you do, and all of them are taking their vacation days now that they know that the students are taken care of, except for Assistant Professor OT.
Professor OT.
Assistant Professor.
How do you feel about assisting Samshu with the archaeological dig that will take place?
I would enjoy that immensely, but I am responsible for quite a number of students now.
This is very true, and I don't want to overburden you.
High Sun Mage Obama said that he would take care of my wife La Barbara while I'm gone.
No, no, no. She's coming with us. I would rather eat my own shoe than hear that phrase. Oh my god. Oh, I would actually assault the Obama.
Thanks, High Sun Mage Obama.
I like, oh my god, like the idea of like, yeah, I got this.
Don't worry, OT, I'll take care of her for you.
I would riot.
Okay, so his wife is coming along too to help. Maybe they'll do some bird watching on the way.
That's what I'm thinking. A very wholesome bird watching expedition.
Yeah, birds.
And you know what? Maybe they'll find some cool birds within the Magaambya and outside the Magaambya.
Yeah, yeah. All right. It sounds like you've got everything well in hand. What are you doing with the remaining 3 days? Since you've gotten everything logistically done.
I think Disco in particular will one research what type of necromancy societies live nearby
Geb?
Kyoto. Geb. It's specifically Geb. Okay. So I won't necessarily pull any research into that if that is a known thing.
The Forbidden Lands.
I said I was gonna do something else outside of that, and my brain is not comprehending it.
We do have a student who knows a bit about it, hopefully.
Yeah, not solo.
Yep.
You want Nox Solo? Okay. There you
I
go.
feel like Noxel will be a very big addition to this expedition, and hopefully become a liaison for understanding between Magaambya and Geb. But hey, who am I? Noxel, would you? I would like to promote you as well as the other scribes to being our main liaison between the people of Geb and the Magaambya.
Oh.
I understand this is a big undertaking, and I understand this is a very high and responsibly driven task. Do you feel like you'll be up for it?
You want me to be in charge of making sure none of the students get turned into food.
That is yes, that is one big prominent one, but also if we can have some type of understanding between the different parties that are there.
Oh, they understand quite clearly. We are food, and we are a renewable source. They will pick us clean if they get the chance.
But do they blend?
Will it blend?
Do they bend or break?
They
All
rot.
right.
The Magaambya isn't exactly a very welcoming place for the undead. First of all, the smell travels quite clearly. They're not very good at masking traveling in troops of ghouls. But there may be outliers. There may be necromancers out there seeking their own fortunes, seeking their own human slaves in order to bring back and sell to Geb. I wouldn't discount this.
There.
Perhaps if you could give me some details.
Brain is now trying to work overtime.
I'm like I'm thinking like Grung right now. I'm like, yeah,
Very much.
You see, I
the
can't.
fucking the cymbals and the monkey are just fucking clang, clang, clang.
If I had more information, I could tell you more. It's just that it sounds like we're going off very very ignorant of what could potentially be out there.
I will start. Well, who said that they were going to study like the flora and fauna? Was that you, Victoria, or was it just the fauna?
No, that was me.
Okay. So, Sky Victoria will be looking into what we may face along the roads.
But I was only thinking on the living part, not the undead part.
You know what? Then since we already know that Geb will be an antagonistic force, I'll take it upon myself to learn of that part. If you will have my assistance, Duxolo.
Of course.
Or would you provide aid?
I will of course provide you aid. What would you like to learn about our very ancient culture?
I would like to know possibly proper customs on liaison, if that is possible.
The same as any other dignitary from any other country, only diplomatic immunity tends to get left by the wayside. Geb is notorious for taking what it wishes.
And are they more of a bargaining sort if they do not get what they desire?
No, they're more of a slaughter everything and take it anyway sort.
Has there been known for at any point of any Geb individual not... Well, excuse me, let me rephrase that. Has there any knowledge of any high dignitary in Geb who is known for a more peaceful route?
Yes. Bloodlords. It depends on if their interests align with yours. Though I do not suspect that a Bloodlord is currently in the Magaambya for any reason. Perhaps I'm wrong.
Then why would they attack the village in such a way?
I cannot answer that without knowing if they took something or who was attacked specifically.
And with my knowledge of the village, I'm not sure what they would want from the village.
Well,
Maybe there's a person that they wanted.
Oh, what does the village export? How about that? Start there.
It is, if I'm not mistaken, they're more like boat and ship rights.
Sounds like a poor fishing village.
I guess access to the waters.
Okay.
But
why? What's in the water?
Can we go back to the map?
Yes, of course. I said she walks over to the little whiteboard you have.
Shit.
Yep.
Eternal Lake.
Ancient
the ruins of Blood Salt.
Ancient ruins of power, undead breeding ground, and what appears to be a natural phenomenon within the Magaambya. Yes, 3 very interesting things.
So, what is at the ruins of Blood Salt that they want so much then?
I do not know, because within the archives there is no written record of whatever is at Blood Salt. You will be the first ones to record this for the Magaambya. Whatever it is...
Then I guess...
Whatever it is, the people of Kyoto did not want it to leave the area.
So I guess this is up to us, eh? Alright. When is it not on us at this point?
It's always on us.
I hate to ask this, but besides radiant damage or spirit damage, Is there anything we should know about the citizens of Geb and what they may be a bit more, I guess, vulnerable
Habits?
to? The habits could also be a big one. Now that you think that, thank you.
Well, most of our agriculture is our main export to the rest of the world. But there is a war brewing with Nyx right now. So I assume that most of the time, besides gaining economic capital, they would be interested in particularly securing new sources of weaponry and also new advantages over the magical country of Nyx in preparation of this war.
So maybe we do have to beat them to the marsh, to the ruins before we check Kyoto. At least have someone stationed there while we check Kyoto. Oh, this is going to be a very interesting trip.
Uh-huh.
And you'll have the entire college with you when you do it.
Yep, it's going to be great.
What happened to your child? Well, they were taken by the undead forces of Geb to feed their army. You mean cook
Yep,
for them, right?
Surprise.
No.
No. Do we know where Obama is from?
Yeah, he's from Magaambya. He was born here. He has his birth certificate and everything.
Shut up. Okay. I'm really hoping he's not a agent of Geb.
Maybe.
And this isn't his like, okay, students, we're all going to send you all to a nice, fantastic spring break.
Oh, God.
And there's nothing wrong going here.
Look, your favorite teachers are bringing you.
All your cool teachers are coming with you. All right. Maxwell, thank you. I think we'll do more research as we progress to this site.
Oh, of course.
But I will rely on you for a lot of questions about your culture, if you do not mind.
Yes. I am most interested in these ruins for myself. I wish to see what creates all these naturally occurring undead at these sites.
There could be an artifact of power there that unfortunately takes the once living and twists them into that form.
If that is true, then it would be an incredible boon to Geb.
Especially for Geb, yeah.
Or for Hao Jin. Maybe Hao Jin is interested in this supposed artifact that may or may not exist as well. Perhaps the
Very true.
Raylights are interested as well in an undying workforce of some kind.
Well, as we said, this is not a venture of monetary gain. It is for education and education only. And I'll be working on
But did you not
making sure of
receive
that.
large grants of money?
Yeah, but I will work on something.
Don't
I'll talk to my lawyer.
But don't people usually expect returns on their investments, especially in big ventures like this?
Yeah, and the return is the future of the Magaambya.
Isn't Hao Jin
And children.
Isn't Hao Jin one of the most powerful spellcasters in known history, and her wrath is immeasurable?
I've never heard of such things. I've helped her through the Magaambya many, many moons ago, and she seems to be a very pleasant individual.
Are not the Raylights known to be notorious slavers in their own rights, buying and selling children at auction?
Whoa, what the fuck?
I look towards heroes, and
Is not High Sun Mage Obama very interested in Assistant Professor Oti's wife, La Barbara?
Yeah, that one we know, and I am not having that. That's LaBarbara's coming with us. These are all good questions and more, students. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. All right.
Why will you not answer my questions now, teacher?
No, I think these are all valid questions, and the idea that if they are expecting free work service from an undead army, I will be working personally with scribes here to work on some type of legal documentation that prevent them from taking what is learned from this area to be used for malicious or intent their own intentions.
It sounds like 3 very different parties are interested in this research for their own, gain.
Their own nefarious needs and wants, which is a little upsetting.
Hey, Bramble.
Yes, sir.
I gotta go. I gotta go take care of my dog. So
No sweat.
I'll be off.
Yeah, we'll end here for the session then. Thank you very much for
You don't
joining
need to
me,
end.
everyone. No, it's fine. We discussed everything that's necessary to do the prep for next session.
Heck yeah.
Oh boy, can't wait. Taking care of children in the jungle.
Yes.
Like I never left my job.
The most dangerous jungle in the world.
Makes them good at what they do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. I hope